Movement of plant needs to consider the members of the working party, pedestrians and vehicles. Additional controls may be required where pedestrian or vehicular traffic is heavy or where vulnerable persons may be present. We'll now look at the blind spots associated with excavators. To begin with, the plant controller stands directly in front of the excavator and there's a blind spot due to the position of the boom. Depending upon how high or low the boom is raised will affect the severity of the blind spot. When the plant controller is positioned in a line with the front cab pillar, the line of sight's blocked. This is also the case with the front pillar on the other side of the cab. When the plant controller is to the side of the operator, they can see the operator, but the operator cannot see them without moving their head. When the plant controller is behind the operator, the plant controller has no chance of a clear line of sight with the operator. Remember that as the cab moves, the line of sight and therefore the exclusion zone moves. An excavation banksman will need to be positioned such that they can see into the excavation to identify hazards but still maintain a safe distance with clear line of sight. The safest position is therefore not directly in line with the boom, but to one side, between the boom and the front cab pillars. Dumpers predominantly do not have an enclosed cab, so line of sight isn't restricted by cab pillars. However, there are other factors to consider. To begin with, the plant controller stands directly in front of the dumper. A blind spot's present when the dumper is tipped or when it's carrying a load. Therefore, the plant controller must not be in front when these activities are taking place. When the plant controller is to the side of the operator, they can see the operator, but the operator can't see them without moving their head. When the plant controller is behind the operator, the plant controller has no chance of a clear line of sight with the operator. Remember that as the cab moves, the line of sight and therefore the exclusion zone moves. It's imperative that the plant controller is positioned such that a clear line of sight is present. There may be times when other members of the working party need to enter the working area. Persons in this circumstance must approach the works in line with the sight of the plant controller and safely obtain their attention. The plant controller must prevent their entry and keep them in a safe position until it's safe for them to enter. The plant controller communicates with the plant operator to stop work, power down and lower any booms, and power down and immobilize the machinery. A thumbs up from the plant controller to the new person acknowledges that it's now safe for them to enter. Chapter 3. Greenfield Site. On a greenfield site, movement of